It was in the quiet corners of a 1970s Los Angeles, a city pulsating with dreams and disillusionment, where Tanya's journey in the enigmatic world of fame began. Beneath the glow of the Californian sun, her story unfolded like a delicate origami, each fold a hidden aspect of her life waiting to be discovered. In this realm of eternal youth and beauty, where the stars are born and often forgotten, Tanya's presence was like a comet. She blazed across the Hollywood sky, leaving a trail that many admired, but few truly understood. Behind the camera flashes and the red carpet smiles, there were layers to her story that remained unseen, untold. Her early beginnings were marked not just by ambition, but by a resilience that defied the odds. From her modeling days to her transition to the silver screen, each step was a dance of determination and vulnerability. But what were the unseen challenges she faced, the battles fought away from the public eye? As the world remembers her for the iconic roles, the angel in Charlie's Angels, the jungle queen in Sheena, and the Bond girl in A View to a Kill, there lies a narrative richer than any script. It's a story of personal life and relationships, of love found and lost in the whirlwind of fame. But who were the people that walked this journey with her, the ones who saw beyond the actress to the person she was? In the quiet afterglow of her career, as the curtains fell and the lights dimmed, Tanya's life took paths less traveled. Away from the limelight, she pursued passions and interests that painted a different picture, a contrast to her public persona. But what were these artistic pursuits, these causes that captured her heart and time? Early beginnings. In the complex life of Tanya Roberts, the threads of her early beginnings were woven with colors both vivid and somber, painting a picture far removed from the glittering lights of Hollywood. Born as Victoria Lee Blum in 1955, her early years unfolded in the Bronx, a world away from the palm-lined streets of Los Angeles where she would later find fame. Tanya's childhood was a mosaic of experiences, marked by the hustle of city life and the dreams that extended beyond the confines of her immediate surroundings. The Bronx of the 1950s and 60s was a place of contrasts where the harsh realities of urban life coexisted with the vibrant energy of a community rich in diversity and resilience. From a young age, Tanya exhibited a spark of creativity and a desire for expression. The bustling streets, the cacophony of city sounds, and the ever-changing faces around her were the backdrop of her formative years, each element imprinting upon her a sense of grit and determination. Yet within her there was a growing awareness of a world beyond, a place where her dreams could take flight. Her family life was a patchwork of love and challenges. The youngest of two children, Tanya's relationship with her parents and her sister was a foundational aspect of her early years. Her father, a fountain pen salesman, and her mother, a homemaker, provided a home environment where imagination was nurtured. But the realities of life were never far from the surface. The decision to leave high school at 15 marked a turning point in Tanya's journey. It was a bold move, driven by a restless spirit and a yearning for something more. The conventional path was not for her. Tanya sought a road less traveled, one that would lead her to explore the depths of her own potential. Her early foray into modeling was a testament to her fearless pursuit of her dreams. With no roadmap to guide her, Tanya navigated the competitive world of modeling with a mix of naivety and boldness. The experience was both exhilarating and daunting, a trial by fire that tested her resolve and shaped her understanding of the world of glamour and its pitfalls. The modeling days. Before the bright lights of Hollywood beckoned, Tanya Roberts' journey into the world of glamour and fame began on the runways and photo shoots of the modeling industry. These formative years were a crucible in which her aspirations were tested, her resolve strengthened, and her identity as a performer began to take shape. In the modeling world of the 1970s, Tanya found herself amidst a realm that was both dazzling and demanding. It was an industry where beauty and youth were commodities, traded on the currency of looks and allure. For a young woman from the Bronx, this world was as intimidating as it was enchanting, a place where dreams could be both made and unmade. Tanya's entrance into modeling was not a tale of instant discovery or meteoric rise. It was a path marked by persistence and hard work. She graced the pages of catalogs and appeared in commercials, each job a stepping stone, a lesson in the art of presentation and self-confidence. The camera loved her, capturing her natural beauty and the unspoken strength that lay behind her eyes. Yet the modeling industry was also a landscape of challenges. It was a world that often valued surface over substance, where the pressures to conform to certain standards were constant. Tanya navigated these pressures with a mix of grace and grit, learning to maintain her sense of self amidst the whirlwind of expectations and scrutiny. During her modeling days, Tanya also began to explore the possibilities of acting. The transition from modeling to acting is a path tread by many, but successful navigation requires more than just a photogenic presence. It demands an inner depth, an ability to connect with emotions and convey them through the lens of a character. For Tanya, modeling was both a platform and a classroom. It taught her the nuances of working in front of a camera, the discipline of long hours, and the art of portraying an image. But perhaps most importantly, it ignited in her a desire to tell stories, to move beyond the still image and into the realm of narrative and expression. The transition to acting. Moving from modeling to acting for Tanya Roberts was a journey marked not just by a change in profession, but a profound evolution in her artistic expression. It was a leap into a world where the nuances of character and emotion took center stage, a world vastly different from the visual focus of modeling. In the late 1970s, as Tanya embarked on this new path, she stepped into an industry that was both alluring and notoriously difficult to navigate. Hollywood, with its bright lights and grand promises, was a land of opportunity, but also of fierce competition. For every success story, there were countless tales of dreams unfulfilled. Tanya's foray into acting began with small roles, each a stepping stone towards greater visibility. These early parts were often in television, a medium that offered a plethora of opportunities for budding actors. Shows like Charlie's Angels and Fantasy Island became platforms for her to showcase her talent beyond her physical beauty. The transition was not without its challenges. The skills required for acting were different from those of modeling. Tanya had to learn the art of embodying a character, of delivering lines with authenticity, and of engaging with other actors in a shared narrative space. It was a learning process that required not just talent, but resilience and adaptability. One of the significant hurdles in this transition was the typecasting often faced by models moving into acting. There was a tendency in Hollywood to pigeonhole them into roles that focused on their looks rather than their acting abilities. Tanya, with her striking features and model background, had to work hard to prove her worth as a serious actor. Despite these challenges, Tanya's determination and passion for acting shone through. She took acting classes, honed her craft, and gradually began to earn roles that allowed her to reveal the depth of her talent. Her breakthrough came with the role of Julie Rogers in Charlie's Angels, where she not only displayed her physical prowess, but also brought a sense of strength and complexity to the character. Tanya's transition from modeling to acting is a story of transformation and perseverance. It highlights the journey of an artist seeking to redefine herself, to break free from the mold, and to explore the full spectrum of her creative potential. In this journey, Tanya Roberts emerged not just as a beautiful face, but as a dedicated and capable actor, ready to leave her mark on the world of Hollywood. Charlie's Angels. The addition of Tanya Roberts to the iconic television series Charlie's Angels in its final season was a moment of significant transformation in her career. Joining the ranks of this groundbreaking show, which had already become a cultural phenomenon, Tanya stepped into a role that offered her a new level of visibility and the opportunity to redefine her image in the acting world. As Julie Rogers, Tanya brought a fresh energy to Charlie's Angels. Her character was introduced as a street-smart, tough, and savvy woman with a mysterious past, a departure from the more polished personas of her predecessors. This role allowed Tanya to showcase a different facet of her acting abilities, blending physicality with a nuanced portrayal of strength and vulnerability. Being part of Charlie's Angels was both an opportunity and a challenge. The show was known for its blend of glamour, action, and drama, set against the backdrop of a changing social landscape where women were asserting their place in traditionally male-dominated spaces. Tanya's character was a reflection of this shift, embodying the evolving perceptions of women's roles both on and off the screen. However, joining an established and beloved series also meant stepping into a space where comparisons with previous angels were inevitable. Tanya faced the daunting task of making the role her own while honoring the legacy of the show. It was a balancing act that required not just talent, but also a deep understanding of the delicate dynamics of a series in its twilight. Behind the scenes, Tanya navigated the complexities of being the new addition to a well-established cast. Her arrival coincided with a period of transition for the show as it grappled with maintaining its appeal and freshness in its 5th season. Tanya's interactions with her co-stars, the production crew, and the series' loyal fan base were crucial in this phase of her career. Tanya's tenure on Charlie's Angels was a pivotal chapter in her journey as an actor. It provided her with a platform to reach a wider audience and to prove her versatility as a performer. Her portrayal of Julie Rogers left a lasting impression, contributing to the rich tapestry of characters that made Charlie's Angels a landmark show in television history. The experience on Charlie's Angels was more than just another role for Tanya Roberts. It was a defining moment that showcased her ability to adapt, to embrace new challenges, and to leave a mark in a rapidly evolving entertainment landscape. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. Tanya Roberts' starring role in Sheena, Queen of the Jungle marked a significant milestone in her career, catapulting her into the realm of leading ladies in Hollywood. The 1984 film, based on a popular comic book character, presented Tanya with the opportunity to headline a major motion picture, a challenge that she embraced with both enthusiasm and determination. In Sheena, Tanya portrayed a powerful and independent woman raised in the African wild, a character that resonated with themes of strength, resilience, and connection to nature. This role required a physicality and presence that went beyond the typical demands of acting. Tanya trained extensively for the part, learning horseback riding and archery, and immersing herself in the physical and psychological aspects of her character. The role of Sheena was a departure from the roles Tanya had previously undertaken. It was an opportunity to break away from the stereotypes often associated with attractive female actors and to showcase her ability to carry a film as the lead. Sheena was a character that embodied empowerment and courage, traits that Tanya conveyed with a compelling mix of grace and intensity. However, the journey of bringing Sheena to the big screen was fraught with challenges. The film, ambitious in its scope and vision, faced production hurdles and high expectations. As the central figure of the movie, Tanya found herself at the heart of these challenges, navigating the pressures of a high-stakes Hollywood production. Despite her dedication and the film's visual spectacle, Sheena struggled to find its footing at the box office. The film received mixed reviews and did not achieve the commercial success that had been hoped for. This outcome was a disappointment for Tanya, who had invested much in the role both professionally and personally. Yet, despite its reception, Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, remains a significant part of Tanya Roberts' filmography. It showcased her versatility as an actor and her commitment to taking on diverse and challenging roles. The experience of Sheena also provided Tanya with valuable insights into the complexities of the film industry and the unpredictable nature of audience reception. In the story of Tanya Roberts' career, Sheena stands as a testament to her adventurous spirit and her willingness to push boundaries. It was a role that allowed her to step into the spotlight in a new way, leaving an indelible mark on her journey as an actor. Bond girl fame. Tanya Roberts' role as a Bond girl in the 1985 film A View to a Kill marked a pivotal moment in her career, placing her in one of the most iconic and coveted positions in Hollywood. Playing Stacey Sutton, a geologist opposite Roger Moore's James Bond, Tanya stepped into a legacy steeped in glamour, intrigue, and international appeal. The Bond girl is a character steeped in cinematic history, often seen as a symbol of allure, strength, and complexity. For Tanya, taking on this role meant not only joining the ranks of a distinguished lineage of actresses, but also bringing her unique interpretation to the character. Stacey Sutton was more than just a figure of glamour. She was portrayed as intelligent, independent, and resourceful, aligning with the evolving portrayal of women in cinema. Being cast in A View to a Kill was a significant achievement for Tanya. The James Bond franchise was and remains a global phenomenon, and appearing in such a high-profile film provided her with immense exposure and recognition. It was an opportunity to showcase her talent on one of the biggest stages in the film industry. However, the role also came with its challenges. The character of the Bond girl, often subject to scrutiny and debate, required a delicate balance. Tanya had to navigate the expectations of being part of a long-standing franchise, while also ensuring her portrayal brought depth and substance to the character. The experience of working on A View to a Kill, with its action-packed sequences, exotic locations, and star-studded cast, was a highlight of Tanya's career. It allowed her to work with established actors and filmmakers, gaining valuable experience and insights into the workings of a major film production. Despite the mixed reviews the film received, Tanya's performance as Stacey Sutton was a notable addition to her body of work. It solidified her status in Hollywood and showcased her ability to hold her own in a major blockbuster film. The impact of being a Bond girl on Tanya's career was multifaceted. It opened doors to new opportunities, but it also set a high bar for future roles. Her portrayal of Stacey Sutton in A View to a Kill remains a memorable part of her legacy, a role that encapsulated the glamour, adventure, and complexity that defined her journey in Hollywood. Personal life and relationships. Tanya Roberts' personal life was a tapestry woven with relationships that were both enriching and complex. Away from the public eye, her life was marked by connections that deeply influenced her, shaping both her personal and professional journey. Tanya's personal life, much like her career, was characterized by a sense of independence and a desire to forge her own path. Her relationships, though private, were an integral part of her story, each leaving an imprint on her life. These connections ranged from romantic partnerships to deep friendships and professional collaborations, each playing a role in her development as an actor and as a person. One of the most significant relationships in Tanya's life was her marriage to Barry Roberts. The couple met in line at a movie theater, and their connection was immediate. Barry, an aspiring screenwriter, became not just her partner in life, but also a collaborator and supporter of her career. Their marriage was a partnership that navigated the ups and downs of life in Hollywood, marked by mutual respect and a shared understanding of the industry's demands. Tanya's relationships within the Hollywood community were also a vital part of her life. She formed bonds with co-stars, directors, and other industry professionals, relationships that were built on mutual admiration and professional camaraderie. These connections often provided her with support and guidance as she navigated her career. Despite her public persona, Tanya valued her privacy and kept her personal life away from the spotlight. She faced the challenges and joys of her relationships away from the public eye, choosing to keep this aspect of her life separate from her professional persona. Philanthropic efforts and activism. Beyond the camera lights and the allure of Hollywood, Tanya Roberts was a woman of substance and compassion, deeply involved in philanthropic efforts and activism. Her contributions in these areas, though often overshadowed by her on-screen persona, were an integral part of her life and legacy. Tanya's involvement in charitable causes and activism stemmed from a genuine desire to make a difference. She used her platform and influence to support various initiatives, focusing on issues close to her heart. Her approach to philanthropy was personal and hands-on. She was not just a figurehead, but an active participant in the causes she supported. One of the key areas of Tanya's philanthropic work was animal welfare. She was a passionate advocate for animal rights, dedicating time and resources to various organizations and campaigns. Her love for animals was evident in her commitment to their protection and well-being, a cause that she championed throughout her life. In addition to her work with animal rights, Tanya was involved in other charitable endeavors. She supported environmental causes, understanding the importance of conservation and sustainability. Her efforts in this area reflected her belief in the interconnectedness of all living things and the responsibility to protect our planet. Tanya's activism extended to social issues as well. She lent her voice to campaigns and initiatives that aimed to bring about positive change, whether it was raising awareness for health-related causes or supporting humanitarian efforts. Her involvement in these causes was a reflection of her empathy and her belief in the power of collective action. Despite her fame, Tanya's philanthropic efforts were often conducted away from the limelight. She preferred to make a difference quietly, without seeking recognition or accolades. Her contributions in the realms of charity and activism were driven by a genuine compassion and a desire to contribute to a better world. The artistic side. Tanya Roberts' artistic journey extended beyond the realms of modeling and acting, revealing a multifaceted individual with passions and talents that painted a fuller picture of her as an artist. Her creative pursuits were diverse, reflecting a deep-seated desire for expression and exploration in various forms of art. One of the lesser-known aspects of Tanya's artistic life was her interest in painting and visual arts. She found solace and expression in the act of painting, a hobby that allowed her to step away from the demands of her acting career and immerse herself in a world of colors and textures. Her artwork was a personal endeavor, a way to channel her emotions and experiences onto the canvas. In addition to visual arts, Tanya had a passion for writing. She dabbled in script writing and storytelling, skills that complemented her acting career and provided an outlet for her creative ideas. Writing was a way for Tanya to create her own narratives, to explore characters and stories from a different perspective. Tanya's artistic side also extended to her interest in fashion and design. Her sense of style, honed through her years in modeling, was evident in her personal fashion choices. She had an eye for design and aesthetics, a trait that she expressed in her everyday life and public appearances. Music was another realm where Tanya found artistic expression. While not a professional musician, she had an appreciation for music and its power to convey emotions and stories. Her taste in music was eclectic, reflecting her openness to various genres and her understanding of music as a universal language.